You've been so distant lately, taking your time, losing my mind. Yeah, do I even care anymore? Taking my love for granted, thinking about us turning to dust. You said that I already know it better.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm joined by gorgeous Jasmine, who is going to be my beautiful model today. And today I'm going to be doing another comparison of the Canon R5 versus the R6 here. I'm going to be comparing both cameras, taking photos side by side. I'm still trying to decide which one to purchase for myself. So I just kind of want to have a clear idea of how both cameras handle the light, how they handle, the color corrections afterwards and so on. Before we get into this video, make sure to check Jasmine out. She's going to be linked in the description below. And make sure to subscribe to my channel and click the little bell button to not miss any of my future uploads. And let's get right into the video. Psst, you all know what's coming. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in platform that will help you make your dream website, portfolio, or an online shop become a reality. Squarespace has hundreds of beautiful templates, so you will definitely find something that suits you and your personal style. You can build a professional portfolio website in a matter of hours, and you'll be able to customize it every step of the way, so it's so you that nobody can deny it's not. As we all know, social media presence is power, and with Squarespace, you'll be able to auto-post all your content to Twitter, Facebook, or Tumblr with proper tags and descriptions. Finally, Squarespace helps you with the marketing. They help you with SEO, as well as some plugins for Instagram stories and so on, as well as share buttons, so your followers can give you some juicy shoutouts on their social media. If that sounds like something you'd like to try, make sure to go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And once you're ready to go, use my code squarespace.com/Anita to receive 10% off your first purchase. Today is going to be the final comparison between the R5 and R6 that I'm going to do for right now. I just want to sum up everything that I showed you in the last few months and what my ultimate verdict is. Would I pick the R6 or the R5? What are the upsides, downsides, and so on? So stay tuned. Before we get into this video, please keep in mind that I am not a review channel. I just literally take photos on the cameras that I get, and I just see how they feel for me. I am not super technical, so please just keep that in mind. If you're looking for something really, really technical, this is not a video for you. But if you want to see me shoot in real time with real models and just see how the camera performs, then this is for you, and stay tuned.
You said that I already know it better when we're alone. I don't know what to say.
So this is our first look right now. We are going to be shooting on the EOS R6, and then we're going to change to the R5. And we have this lovely kind of purplish body on Jasmine, and we have this purple backdrop as well. I just wanted to create like a really nice contrast between her skin and the colors, so I think that's going to look pretty cute. So I did one comparison of the two cameras already, as you guys probably saw, but I just want to, because I have this for the weekend and I'm kind of torn in between which camera to get, I want to make sure that I see the outcomes from both cameras a few more times and kind of decide on which camera I want to go with them. Yeah, gorgeous. So I'm going to be comparing the photos where I'm going to be taking similar shots on the R6 and the R5. So far, I think I'm leaning towards getting the R6, surprisingly. I thought that it was going to be the R5, but I kind of feel like I'm just not sure if I need everything that the R5 offers, but I'll keep you guys posted. That's gorgeous. Let's talk about the focusing system first. I feel like both the R5 and the R6 are incredible in terms of focusing. They are super quick and they don't really miss a shot. Everything is pin sharp. I was so impressed when I got the cameras because both of them were just ultra sharp. Sometimes you would even think that they are a bit too sharp because you have so many details, and when it comes to retouching, it becomes a real pain because you get every single detail. But I guess that's what I love about the cameras, because I do want all the sharpness in the image. But as I said, I feel like both R5 and R6, it's the same focusing system and it works so efficiently and so fast. So I definitely love that about the cameras. Beautiful. Both cameras offer SD card slots, but the R5 also has a CF Express card slot. CF Express is nice because it's a really fast card, it's really efficient, and it's going to transfer much faster into your computer, so that's definitely a plus. However, it is a separate card that hasn't been in use for that long, so you'll have to have a separate reader for it and so on. So it is a bit of a pain when you're switching from a DSLR and so on, but you do still have the option of the SD card. I shot on the SD card and it worked perfectly fine. One thing that I definitely did notice is the fact that neither R5 or R6 have their dedicated color profiles for Lightroom, which is a bit of a bummer because I am a Lightroom user. So it definitely makes my life a bit more difficult to color grade. There are profiles that I purchased separately. I paid for them myself, but it is kind of better when you have dedicated profiles that are created by Canon and Lightroom. However, saying that these profiles work pretty well, I'm able to color grade them. I do, however, see certain color differences. I felt like R5 handled the colors a bit better, but that might just be because of the developer of the profiles and not the cameras themselves, so it's kind of hard to tell. I will, however, say that both cameras are relatively easy to color grade, relatively easy to adjust the colors and so on. You just have to do a bit more tweaking, and obviously you have to get to know your camera. If you like how my images look and you like how I color grade them, make sure to check out my preset packs. I have 2 new out, light medium and medium dark. They are available on my website anitasadowska.eu, and you can get a little discount code in the description below. Make sure to check them out. And now let's get back into the video.
Spinning like a broken record. For a player, you don't know that many major chords.
Okay, so we just changed into look number 2. We just have a nice little bikini shooting on the R5, and we have a little chair to just spice up the posing a tiny bit, so it's not all the same. In terms of how the bodies are built, there isn't really that much of a difference, except the R5 has a little built-in screen on top, which is really nice. It is a nice feature. However, I don't think it's that significant in the grand scheme of things. When I was shooting on my 5D Mark IV, I went without it for a very long time, and I don't think it's really necessary. It is a nice feature, however, and I do enjoy it. Gorgeous. One major difference that you see in the R5 versus the R6 is the video capabilities. For the R5, you have 8K up to 30p and 4K up to 120p. R6, you only have 4K of up to 60p and then 1080p up to 120p. So that definitely makes a difference. If you are a filmmaker and you want to buy it for video purposes, I definitely think that's something to consider. However, for me personally, because I'm not a videographer, if I film for myself, I usually just do B-roll and so on. I literally just use 180 at 60 frames per second, so for me it's not such a big deal. I don't really mind between the R5 and the R6. As you see here, the footage is pretty good on both of them. I feel like they both have really amazing colors and so on, so I don't really mind that section as much. Gorgeous. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Gorgeous.
I don't need you here to feel good. No, talk to me nice. Talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes. Don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy.
Okay, moving on to look number 3. We are shooting with the R6. Both cameras have live view, which is very handy. However, I find unless you're taking videos, when I take photos, I still use a viewfinder. I come from a traditional DSLR background, and I just find viewfinders to be much better, especially when you're shooting like me in direct sunlight. Looking through a live view is really difficult to see. You can't really see the screen very well and so on. So looking through a viewfinder is definitely more helpful for me. We're shooting on 4000 of a second, 2.8. This lens can go... Can we actually talk about the size of this lens? It's absolutely massive. I've been using it for a few days now. It's not the worst. I mean, it is definitely a bit heavier than the other lens, but the body is lighter, so it kind of balances out. I think the whole setup is kind of similar weight to what my old 5D Mark IV setup would be, but it's still a lot to handle. One thing that I dislike about both cameras is actually their image resolution. One R6 has 20 megapixels and the other one R5 has 45 megapixels. And I feel like in both cases, one of them is not enough and the other one is just a tiny bit too much because the images are going to be super heavy. So for the R6, because you only have 20 megapixels, it's okay, it will do the job. You might be a bit restricted when it comes to zooming into photos and so on, which is not the end of the world, but it would be nice to have in the camera. While on the R5's end, I feel like it's just a bit of an overkill. I feel like 45 megapixels is so large. I feel like it makes the files super heavy, it will clog your hard drives, and will just in general be a pain. If I could pick between the two, I feel like I would still go for the R5 because I want to have an option of a bigger sensor and just having a bit more zoom in room. But at the same time, if like me, you're working for social media, if you're posting most of your work on Instagram and so on, or YouTube, R6 is way enough for what you need. I don't think you need any more. This is our next look. We're in this nice little piece. Let's see how the light is. One thing that I definitely see that is super impressive in terms of the R5 and the R6 is the focusing system. I spoke about it already, but I will speak about it again. It's absolutely incredible in comparison to what my 5D Mark IV offers. These cameras are on drugs. So personally, one thing that I'll say for sure, if you are thinking to buy either the R5 or the R6 versus the 5D Mark IV, I would personally definitely go for one of the new ones. The new focusing system is just really incredible. It's so efficient, it works really fast, and I would definitely not go for a traditional DSLR now if I had the chance. I would definitely either purchase the R6 or the R5.
But don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal.
Overall, I am planning to switch to mirrorless, but personally, I think I'm going to be switching to the R5 for photo and then ideally R6 for video. I do want to do that because I feel like with the R5, I'm just going to have a bit more flexibility in terms of the image size, in terms of the colors. I think it's going to be a bit easier to color grade. And then for R6, I feel like it's still an amazing camera that will perform so well, and I think I'm going to get some really incredible footage out of it. Saying that, I would like to state that it's all down to your budget and what you can afford. If R5 is something that is out of your budget, I feel like R6 is an amazing choice as well. I would be more than happy to just get the R6 if that's what I wanted to do with my money. But because I only upgrade my cameras once every few years, I decided that I might as well just go all out and just have the R5 instead. But as I said, saying that, I feel like if you are under the budget and you don't want to spend that much money, you'll be better off buying an R6 and investing in the 28-70 or one of the other lenses. They're all really amazing pieces of glass, and it's definitely worth going about it this way rather than spending more money on the camera and then less on the lens. I feel like the lens is super important. It's really good for you to get something really solid and maybe spend a bit less money on the body, because they're both full body, they both have amazing colors, they both have an insane focus. So either way, you'll be winning and you are going to love the cameras. I'm pretty confident about that. Okay guys, this is for today. Thank you so much, Jasmine, for being my beautiful model. I hope you guys like the photos. Let me know which camera did you prefer. But yeah, if you did like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time.